Hey guys, it's Kessa. I wanted to jump in really quick and share with you my tracking system. It's called the Dynamic Duo, and this is what it looks like. There are so many different tracking systems, you guys, that I've used in the last 3 years, and I can totally share that information with you. But this has been the easiest tracking system that I have found, and Summer Tucker came up with it, and we call it the Dynamic Duo. And the reason is that is for you're just doing two things each day. Okay. So if you're a new coach and you're just watching this, and maybe we haven't even taught yet, maybe we haven't even done your getting started right. But that's totally okay. Um, as a Beachbody coach, we have vital behaviors that we have to do if we want to move our business forward. Those vital behaviors are inviting or connecting with people. Okay, so you're going to be connecting with people, excuse me, building relationships, inviting them to check out your free challenge group, your Shakeology group, invite them over to try Shakeology, invite them to coaching at a glance or a 60-day group. Okay, if you're listening to this, more than likely I have invited you or your coach has invited you to some of those groups. And they're just a great way to give accountability. The free groups are a great way to show people what it's like working with you, and what it's like to be in a free group or in a group. You guys, as coaches, running challenge groups is how we move our business forward. It's how we reach more people and create a ripple effect. And again, and it's also how we make our money. So let's dive into this dynamic duo. As you can see down here, I have been doing this since October, and look how different it is. And I love the fact that I can. Let's see, do I have even more? No, I love the fact that I can track these and go back. All right, so I can go to October and November. All right, and I can see who I've been talking to, who's been in my groups. So you get the idea, and you can go back and you can see all these people and who do I need to follow up with. Gosh, I did terrible that week. It was Christmas week. We'll use that as an excuse. um, and it's a compound effect, you guys. So the more you do, more you fill it out, and you can see I'm not perfect. um, the more your business grows, the more people that you're reaching. And look, you might even see your name on some of these. Pretty funny, huh? But let's just go to this week's. And I want to just show you guys, there's some days that I might not jump on my computer and I'm just working from my phone. And I don't suggest doing that. I suggest sitting down and having some kind of scheduled work time. So again, what we need to do is vital behavior one is invite people to challenge groups, to free groups, to try and Shakeology, to checking out what coaching is. Um, Next is to so that's pretty much right there is your vital behavior. The next thing, you guys, is to do personal development, which you might say, like me, what the hell is personal development? When I first started coaching, I had no idea what it was. I was a girl that read Cliff Notes at school. I paid people to do a paper in college. Like, I hated reading, and it took me over 9 months to dig into personal development. And now I have the nickname as the personal development queen. Um, it's something, you guys, that has changed my life for the better. I've become a better mom, a better wife, friends. I'm able to talk to people without getting frustrated when I used to. Um, it's just been incredible for me personally in my personal life. And then once you get that straight, it kind of just trinkles throughout the rest of your life, and it makes it easier to invite. I mean, my confidence is better, and I'm not so judgy and bossy and snappy and, freak out over the littlest things that I used to do. So, personal development is the second thing. The third thing is to be a product of the product. All right. So, if you're watching this, you should be drinking Shakeology every single day. Now, granted, you might miss a day here or there, but Shakeology needs to be a daily dose of dense nutrition. You also need to be working through a Beachbody program. Pick one and work through the entire program. And I'm sure you guys know why it's important to do this, but I'll tell you anyway. It's super important to do this because if you're not drinking Shakeology, how are you going to tell anybody about it? Okay. If you're not working through a program, how are you going to know about the program and be able to share with them or help them find a program that meets their needs? So I know Max 30 might not be for everybody or 21 Day Fix Extreme, but I wouldn't know that if I haven't done the programs. So I urge you to make sure you're following through with working through your program. I understand you might fall off, but get back on. That's why you're in a challenge group for support and accountability. Um, so, product to the product, huge in a sense of sharing your testimony, sharing people on our team's testimony. Misty Clark just shared an awesome testimony. You guys, facts tell and stories sell. Write that down. Facts tell and stories sell. All right. So we are building our story. We are a walking billboard. Okay. Eventually, people are going to come up to you and start asking you, what are you doing? How are you losing weight? Why do you have so much energy? How did you stop going to Bojangles every morning? How did you cut out pop? I mean, people are going to ask you guys, I guarantee it. I've been doing this for 3 years. I guarantee it. All right. So that's it. The third thing or the fourth behavior, which is not necessarily a vital behavior that Beachbody coined, but social media is huge. And if you guys are one of my PS coaches, you have seen me on social media. Michael, for instance, has not signed up yet, but I know he will. Um, Reached out to me just because he saw my journey on Facebook about coaching. Um, Plenty of people have reached out. And you got to stay active like that, you guys. You got to be sharing your journey. You have to be sharing 5 things that interest you. Okay, what are those 5 things that you have an interest in? So for me, it's personal development, eating clean. Um, Lately, it's been God and my faith. Um, what else? What else do I love? Personal development, eating clean, like paleo. Obviously, working out. I like hanging out. Um, Having a workout buddy, taking selfies with Dylan, you know, wrestling is what I've been doing with him lately. So sharing things just beyond fitness is super important. Okay. Um, I do a lot of motivational posts and people really like those. So let's get down to it. Oh, and then the last thing here, this birthday. So a lot of times you see someone come up with a birthday and you will just be like everyone else and post on their wall. I'm here to tell you to stop doing that. I want you to private message those people, okay? And if you have their number, shoot them a text. But private message them. Don't be like the masses and do what everyone else does. Do a 2%er. Private message them and ask them, or, wish them a happy birthday. And I always say, any fun plans? You guys, that creates a conversation. Not everyone is going to come back, but a lot of times it creates a conversation. And if you're doing your job by branding yourself on Facebook, they're eventually going to ask you, what do you do? Okay. How do they get a piece of that action? So, what I do is, again, I'm not necessarily on my computer all the time. So, I will go back and fill out my messages and friends. So, hold on. Let's see. I go to my name, I go to my friends, and then click on recently added. And I do this every couple days unless I'm like working at the computer and I can jump on. So then I just go recently added and I chart their name. Okay, up here. So 2 a day. I normally do not work on Saturdays. So my Saturdays, a lot of times, are going to be empty like that. And that's totally okay, you guys. So messages, a lot of times I will send when they send accept my friend requests, I always send them just like, hey, thanks for the ad, and try to get to know them a little bit, try to get a conversation started. Um, so that's where these messages are. These could be messages to old people that maybe you haven't talked to recently and just wanting to start a conversation. All right, that's what this area of these messages are. We're just starting a conversation. Okay, building with them. So let's see, and an invite, like I'll put on there, like I invited these people to the 21 Day Fix. I invited her to try Shakeology. I asked this girl, Kat, if she's ever considered doing what I do as a Beachbody coach. Um, Oh, no, have you ever considered joining one of my challenge groups is what I asked her. And then you see over here, she said yes, so I'm going to follow up with her next week and check in on her. All right. So some people I have in 60-day groups already. Have they committed? I'm writing it over here if they've committed or not to a group. Um, so then we're going to follow up. And listen, these can be text messages, they can be in person. All of this stuff can be text message, in person, whatever. You want to get people on your Facebook. Okay, so today I was at church and I can actually write a girl's name in there. Oh, I have it over here. I can I met two new girls and I friended them on Facebook. And then I've gone over already and I've said, hey, thanks for the ad. Just put it out there. They're going to start looking at my page. They're going to start scrolling through it because that's what we do when we get new friends. Check out, like, stalk them a little bit, check out what they're doing. And one's already like, oh, I really am excited and learning more about your challenge groups. So awesome, you guys. It's just a matter of opening up. The best thing when you meet somebody and you're starting a conversation is, hey, are you on Facebook? And find them on Facebook. And a lot of times I do it before I even walk away from them because maybe their picture isn't the same as like them or it's their kid or whatever. So you want to get the right person. Um, Coaching. This is just so these are follow ups. Ever see how the dynamic duo are two a day? Okay, two a day. um, Coaching, 2 a week. If you ask somebody, have you ever considered what I do, doing what I do, twice a week? That's great. Do more if you want. Um, Judy's right here. Look, she's probably listening to this. There's your name. Here you are over here. It's really exciting to see that, for instance, Judy and I have met a long time ago, almost 2 years ago at a concert. Um, and then here we are, full circle, her and Arlene, ready to go, ready to build their business, ready to jump in. I mean, Judy is already talking about getting packets for somebody that's asking about Shakeology. So, keep an eye out on her for you guys. She is going to be sprinting just like Jessica did. I know it. I see it. I can feel it. Um, and it's good. Here's your social media. And listen, every month we have a coaching at a glance, which it's important to plug your prospects in and even your new coaches, plug them into that group so they can get a feel and break down some walls and questions of what do I do? How do I do this? Um, on your personal page, you just want to be adding value at least once a day and adding about your journey. So it could be, I totally had Bojangles this weekend, or I didn't eat any candy or cookies. Um, we had a great day at church. I mean, people are talking to me, and someone is messaging me right now saying it's amazing, and I love to see how you and Ronnie have grown in your faith. It's something that is very new to us. And I'm going to share that because that was a struggle of ours. And now we can, share it and rejoice in that. Um, but it could be anything. Like throughout the week, I definitely throw out shout outs to challengers and coaches that are moving their business forward, adding new coaches. So things like that you want to share on your wall. It's very, very important to share 5 things that interest you, 5 things beyond fitness. And please, if you're a new coach, especially, hear me out. Do not blast your link to your website or say, if you want help, message me. That's where the right here, message, invites, and follow-ups come in. Okay. Don't expect them to come to you. You have to go to them. But we'll dig in that more, okay, when we talk about forming and signs. Um, so I hope that helps you guys. I hope that helps, not helps, that hopes. I hope that helps you understand a little bit about the dynamic duo, what we do. And if you're a new coach, listen, yours is not going to look like that. It might look more like that. And that's totally okay. It does not matter. It's totally okay if it looks like this. Um, because the more you build, the more you grow, the more it's going to look like this. All right. What I do on Sundays is I snap a picture of this just for extra accountability and I post it in Team Empowered. That way it keeps me accountable and hopefully you guys can get some use out of it in a sense of how to track people. Um, you can put whatever you want on here. I mean, Karen York, I think, was messaging and saying, "Oh my gosh, I can track my food on here. I can track." You can track anything you want on here. this is the thing, you want it to be duplicatable. So when you start building your team, you are easily able to duplicate this for people and just show them, bam, this is what I do. It's easy to make like a blank copy, bam. Then you copy this and you send it to them, and then they can work on it themselves. Super easy. Um, and this is just a great way to track. Again, you might be a pencil and paper person. I've had multiple ways of tracking people, and this for me is the best way. All right. All right, you guys. Well, I hope that helps. Be on the lookout. We're going to do more coach training this week throughout the week. So keep your eyes out on the Tommy Migrant invite process. That's something that's super simple, duplicatable, and works for sure. I mean, the guy coined it and it works. So you guys have a great night. Thanks for listening. Bye.